Alright, we're in second position with a pretty poor Imperium row. There's a Contaminator, that's good. Face Dancer, that's alright. And these cards are not so good. So, probably don't want to be picking Paul. Or Helena. Hundro could be good. I keep playing Yuna. I probably should pick Yuna, but I mean, I don't know. She's just good. She's just good in the early positions. The only problem is that she's going to lose smuggling, but who cares? I could pick Hundro, and then Hundro's just fantastic in second position anyway. Just if I want to do something a little different. Are the techs good enough for Hundro? They're fine. They're fine, I guess. X-Engineer is a slight tilt towards Hundro, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to play Yuna again, even though I think it's probably the correct thing to do. And I'm assuming that Yuna gets picked either way. So let's go Hundro, try to hit double fold space here. Okay, Illicit Dealings is like very clearly the better card here. Allied Armada's dead for a long time, so let's take Illicit Dealings. This in practice probably doesn't help us. Doesn't help us early, but it's a very strong card. It's probably going to give us an extra spice. Combat is Shipping Bump or Spice, very Hundro-y combat. We have a high Persuasion hand. This is probably a detonation situation. Unless Helena's Ring reveals something good, or unless Leto reveals something good. So Leto goes to first. There's no Yuna at all, actually. So Leto here ought to go smuggling if he has his ring, or probably either way, because he wants to recover on guild, and he can't do that if he's the foremost player on guild. So I think he... Oh, still suits. Okay. Well, this leaves us in an interesting situation. So we can... go... We should be able to reliably here get smuggling wealth. The question is maybe we shouldn't. Like, maybe we're better off blocking fold space to block Baron. I think we smuggle here. We will still have our faction afterwards, and plenty of options there. The Allied Armada, a mostly dead card that becomes very good in the late game. We want to watch and see who picks that up. But yeah, we smuggle here, and it's kind of a win-win because, you know, if Baron goes full space and we go Hardy, then we get to cash out now, and then we can go to wealth next round. So that's first good scenario. Second good scenario is... Well, okay, sorry, I'm distracted now. So, Baron going for our round 1 artillery, it looks like. I would assume... I think we're detonating here. Legion is okay. I don't think it's good enough to spend... I should really make, like, a chart of, like, how good the 5s are on the spectrum of 5s, because I consider Legion to be probably the weakest of them. But it's not terrible, and, like, if I detonate into no good 5, I won't feel great about it. I could also just pick up Ixion. So, what do we think about Hardy here? I mean, I don't love it. Isn't wealth just better? Well, we get one of our troops back. We deny shipping to someone else, and we deny Hardy to Baron specifically. But if Baron wanted to go Hardy, wouldn't he have done it? Doesn't this kind of imply that he doesn't have faction? I think we go wealth. No one can stop us from taking Swordmaster next round, so I think wealth is just the play. So if Baron has faction, he'd have to be kind of crazy not to go Hardy here. So I wonder if Hardy just goes unvisited. Helena rings the Legion. Interesting. Okay. So, real talk. What do we think about Ixen Engineer? I mean, it's probably a point, right? Like, we're hundro. Although we don't have any guild progress. Like, if we get it round 1, we probably get a point out of it. I don't know. It's a 0 persuasion card, you know? And that kind of stinks. I mean, it would be interesting to try something new with it. Like, it does allow us to get more technology than average. I don't think so. I think we're better detonating now that Helena has ringed away the Legion. He picks up Duncan, Idaho. Interstellar Conspiracy is a cool card, but not good enough. I think we need to detonate here. Ooh, whoa mama. Okay, so... I think it's Piter here. Shifting Allegiances is very strong, but I think... Holy crap. Oh my god. Okay, well... What do we think about Contaminator, huh? Like... It's faction, and it's Scarabs. Yeah, I think we take it for sure. We're off to the races, by the way. Although this is terrifying. I mean, Helena would be crazy not to pick up the In the Shadows. Yeah, Legion is cool. This is better. Like, very much better. VT. I feel like VT is one of my viewers. I don't think it's the... I have a viewer who's very interesting. I think she's a Vietnamese one. I don't think that's her. I think this is someone else. I feel like VT was in the tournament that the hits just keep coming, man. This is crazy. If I'm Helena here, I might consider detonating. Honestly. Picking up the Piter means that if the Jessica sticks around, we have good chance of getting her. Now, with a Helena and the... Oh my god, Baron. Holy... Okay. Well... Things are developing very quickly in unexpected directions. The hits just keep coming, man. Oh my god. Well, if I had a detonation token, I tell you what, I would use it, because I'm going to be revealing last next round. We have no spice, which is a bummer. It means that we end up... We don't have to waste our ring. We have an experimentation. This hand is awesome. Our hands came out perfectly this game, the first 2 rounds. So, Recall... Solari... Scarab. I would consider the Specimen. Illicit dealings into another Intrigue. Okay, so who got the... Helena's got the Armada, okay. Refocus here is interesting. I don't think it's that good. We don't have any persuasion, and we're probably not getting any. Like, it's not like we're gonna get to Jessica, so why not save it for a time when we can do that? But yeah, Helena's got the Allied Armada, so we know about that. That's gonna make her want to commit to this combat because it gives spice. So we should expect her participation there. I think I will go Dagger Swordmaster, and then I'll try to hit Hardy Warriors if I can. I assume that Baron will probably have that one covered. Did Baron shuffle? He did. So he, for all we know, he could have treachery. He does not, though. He just does standard Hardy Warriors. I think we probably want to play our Seek Allies here. We could go Haga Basin, Signet Ring. That's the thing that we could do. I don't know. Jeez, I don't like... this row makes me nervous, man. Okay, so that's off the table. So we're not playing Signet Ring. Better to play Seek Allies than play Signet Ring and Imperial Basin, if you ask me. We didn't use any of Hundro's abilities to get the round 2 Swordmaster. Any leader in the game could have done this. But the Scarab is nice. Helena on interstellar shipping. That's worth noting about, especially given that she's sitting ahead of Baron. What did Helena buy last round, by the way? In the Shadows. Okay, so she's got real legs here, in my opinion. So, what are we seeking allies to, exactly? Still suits? Doesn't seem great. It's okay, I guess. Would give us a water monopoly, which is not too bad. Can do secrets, I guess. Okay, still suits off the table. Could do wealth. I mean, wealth is not like an amazing place to go, but you have to get that Emperor point eventually. Well, I think it's more useful than secrets at this stage in the game. So, yeah, it works towards a High Council seat, and there's clearly very, very useful cards in the row. So let's do it. Okay, Infiltrators is a very strong card. Dissecting Kit's a very strong card. Helena is in a good position, no doubt about it. Baron is probably going to end up picking up this Shifting Allegiances. Yep. Yep, they keep coming. I don't know what to say. Double daggers for Leto's not enough to matter. Thankfully, he doesn't have enough for the guild bankers. We don't buy anything here, by the way. We just... I mean, we could refocus. If we refocus into Piter, we could get, like, Trusayer. I'm not worried about it. We're going to save that for Jessica, in my opinion. We have the Piter, so we've got the Persuasion for the Jessica. I don't really want to early reveal for her, although it may end up happening. We will see. We're assuming that Leto gets a Swordmaster this round. I still think in that scenario we're revealing last. So it kind of depends on what kind of hand Helena has. Like, I would assume that she's got her ring. She didn't ring last round. If she's got her ring, she's probably going to try to make a play for the Jessica. Okay, yeah, so we're going to find out pretty quickly here what she wants to do with that. Takes money, so that's going to give Leto his Swordmaster. We've got enough for Mentat. If we want to go Wealth a third time, which isn't really what I had in mind, we could get High Council. I think I would prefer to do most other things, though. I think Hardy Warriors, for example, is a better use of our diplomacy. I don't know. Let's refocus and see where we want to end up from there. So she picks up the artillery, which is interesting. And then, again, she's still got a ring. So I feel like if she had the persuasion... Okay, so she takes the Jessica. So we don't want to orient our round around Jessica. If nothing else, it's a hate draft, right? So new tech is Spy Sats. Probably not that useful for hundro. Holo Projectors, new tech is Troop Transports, is useful for hundro. Treachery, what? He took Treachery to tech negotiation? Oh, no, he discarded it for Holo Projectors. Ooh, ouch. Okay. So are we still refocusing? Our hand is not amazing, and I would like to draw the Contaminator. I think we do. Okay. If we do this, can Baron still beat us in the combat? Yeah, maybe. Let's open We could do Piter Carthag double intrigues. That sounds pretty fun. Okay. Interesting. We don't have combat cards, though. But it's a good combat no matter what. Let's deploy a little bit and then see where we want to go from here. Because, like, if I get 2 water, I'm still probably pretty happy at that, honestly. Okay. Helena still suits, so she's going to be slow to Swordmaster. But slow means getting it next round, which is not that slow. Given all her other assets that she's got going on. And we know that her intrigue card isn't relevant, so that's fine. Baron goes Hardy, so the combat's out of our hands now at this point. So at this point, we're just kind of hanging out for water, which is not what I wanted to spend the 3 troops on. Maybe I should have gone Hardy. I don't know. I can go Diplomacy Fold Space. That's also fine. Or I could go to Wealth. High Council is also something that would be decent. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Helena has the persuasion for that, Jessica, by the way. I think she's just hating me out. Sisterhood recruit. I mean, this is fine. It's like Helena hasn't in the shadows, so this is probably not all that useful. We're still hundro. I think we ought to go ahead and take the fold space. And we can Mentat if we need to. Something like Mentat into Imperial Basin could be good. Although, maybe we don't want a Mentat because a Contaminator would be wasted. Takes the Trusair. So it's looking like they're going to let me have the Guild Bankers if Leto doesn't take it. I get Arakeen double troops and tie him, but what good is tying him? It's fine if I draw a dagger off of Arakeen and then I beat him if he doesn't have a combat card, but that's like an incredibly low probability event. I think we just play our experimentation here. We'll need the spice for our Signet Ring next round. Sorry to keep pumping Scarabs, but it's the correct thing to do here. We could recruitment mission something on top. I don't see any reason to do that. This is better used to get an important card. And yeah, Helena just hate drafted it, unfortunately. She didn't have anywhere close to enough persuasion for that. Okay, so we are going to get the Guild Bankers, which is nice. Works very well with Piter. Works very well with the High Council seat, which we're not very far away from. We'll have first dibs on this giant spice low on the Great Flat as well, since Helena's going after us next round. Which I think is definitely the best thing to be doing with all this water. The thing with Contaminator 2 is that, like, you do have to be careful. It's amazing value, but it can only be played to a few places. So, I mean, I think it's probably our second action is playing the Contaminator. I doubt that both of those spots will be taken. So, okay. I don't love how democratic the interstellar shipping track has been this game. It hasn't let us use Hundro's abilities very effectively. I mean, this Scarab is, like, fine. If all we get from Hundro is, like, a shipping bump or two in the Scarab, plus intel on what Helena's doing, then that's good enough for me. Let's do this. And then I think we take the Solari here, because that unlocks High Council. Do not want to deploy. 8 Spice. What good is 8 Spice? Well, right now, mostly Highliner. Not that we have access to it, but maybe somebody buys a tech and unleashes something actually useful. In the meantime, not so. Spice Satellites is good, don't get me wrong. It's just I don't think that we're playing a Spice Satellites game. Like, we've got this bump on BG right here. We've got 2 bumps on Emperor already. We've got this card that we want to play a lot of to Fremen for to get a bump on Guild. So, I don't see this being all that useful for me. I do think it would be good for Helena, though. And Spy Satellites is a good tech. It's not going to stay there forever. Ideally, we use the guild bankers to get multiple Spicemas flows in one reveal. That's the best, because we don't want to just be like... I like buying 2 Spicemas flows in a round much better than I like buying multiple Spicemas flows across multiple rounds, because then you have to actually have to draw the stupid things. So are we not playing Signet Ring here? I guess we can play Signet Ring to High Council, and it's like fine. Baron is actually slow on Swordmaster. Like, he may not be getting this for quite a while, which is nice. He does have a shifting, though, so we gotta be careful. Alrighty. Leto has got some serious troops. Okay, so I don't think we hardy here. I think we just stay content with replenishing our water supplies. Take the spice. Not like we needed it, but eventually it'll be useful. And right now we're solidly on track to get 2 victory points from the Scarabs. In fact, we might even consider beguiling pheromones, because if we're gonna get the Scarabs anyway, turning guild bankers, fold space, contaminator into power plays, that could be pretty good. I still think Helena is my most dangerous opponent, though. So what's next for our Ooh. That is a downright disgusting reveal. What's next for our research here? Because, like... we either take the faction or take the Scarab. I think it's gotta be the faction. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Okay, we gotta find something else to do then. Honestly, I think Research Station here, there's such good cards. And it's like we need the water for spice, right? Like, yeah. So let's do this. We take the faction bump here. I don't think it's guild. Because we're going to go Highliner, right? It's actually Emperor. Okay. We can recruitment mission the Gurney. Probably not. It's probably worse than Kynes. We're better off with Kynes, but we have 3 daggers here. We ought to probably deploy. That ties us with Baron at worst. We get one of our water back. And if Helena jumps in and tries to stake, like puts 2 troops in with no daggers, for example, we end up ahead of her. So I think that's what we do. Holy moly, Leto. I see why you took High Council. So Kynes is best. Gurney's second best. We'll take either one. I don't think he's detonating here, so we're going to get something good. Another thing that makes Kynes good is that she doesn't cost me a recruitment mission. Boy, Treachery is tempting, but I think Kynes is still better. We have a Fremen card in our deck. We have a Guild Bankers. The synergy is not complicated. Plus, we need to replenish our garrison. So next round, pretty good hand. We have access to everything because of the fold space. If we don't include the fold space, we're not great on green, except for the Guild Bankers. Okay, we actually don't get any benefit here, because I didn't expect her to do that. She can't use... why is she doing this? She can't use her Allied Armada. So it's guaranteed that, like, at best, she's tying. And if Leto has any combat cards, she loses. I don't know what that's about. Whatever, I mean, I guess I wasted a troop. It didn't seem like a very likely thing for her to do. Like, let's say she puts 2 troops in, I still get a benefit here. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm taking a water away from Baron, but that's not worth my troop. Gola. What could Gola do? Well, double Scarabs off Contaminator is the first thing. Double Intrigues off of Piter could be the second thing. That's probably worse than just revealing Piter at this point in the game, but you never know. That's basically it. Double Experimentation, it's okay. Oh, Baron bounced. Okay, cool. We get a water. Ether Station is probably the foundation of our Spice Must Flow shenanigans, so I support that. Terrible Purpose is a good one. We'd like to compete on this, especially if we can get rid of a dagger with it. Well, we have pretty obvious access to Highliner here, so I think it's, you know, we could even open to Haga Basin. The problem with that is that we have to play the fold space there. Oh, there's a Pyre, okay. So let's do this. That gets us 2 on Guild. Finishes our water supply. Lets us be competitive in the combat. Helena still doesn't have an alliance. This ought to be sufficient. We don't have any daggers in hand. I'll put one more in. It's an overcommit of sorts, but hey, I mean, a point's a point. And I'm so bad at winning these mid-game combats, I'm kind of sick of it, so that's what we're doing. Okay, but also we have Kynes, so we want to pick up more Fremen. Show of Strength, not that good. Is Fremen, so I guess it's not that bad either. We would like a Liaison more, Death Commando probably better than both of those things. Now, why is she committing here? I must be missing something. I don't understand her logic there. Baron may have drawn back into... almost certainly has drawn back into treachery. With his holo projectors, he has guaranteed access to it. So I think a firm deployment there is logical. We would like to get back up to 6 spice, though. Rings away a treachery. Okay, Saidina, that's the prize. That's exactly what we're looking for. I don't think I'm willing to reveal early enough to get her, but she is definitely exceptional in this situation. I say we diplomacy selective, trash a dagger. Well, we kind of want to. We kind of want to play a dagger to High Council. I don't know. I think selective is good here. I don't like that. He's Leto of all people. He can screw with us. But he didn't win Machinations, so we have that going for us. This. Kinds. Okay. Kinds, but no Fremen. Okay. Well, we could get a Spice Must Flow now, or we could just get the Poseidina, I think would be better. Baron gets his Sword Master this round, presumably. It's honestly not that late. Like, round 5, it's not that bad. It's the latest round that I'm not upset about getting my Swordmaster, but it's not good. I'm never happy with it. Next round's hand. Contaminator, Piter, Signet Ring, Experimentation. We're going first next round, so we will get Experimentation to Interstellar. New tech is the poopy one. Although it could be good. If we can use it to get Kind's guild bankers, then that's what matters, right? He dumps the treachery again. We have to be careful for that. He's going to use it eventually. Wait, what? Did you... I'm confused. How did he use it twice? Oh, he did it to Truesayer, and then he did it to holo projectors. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, if we're not buying a Spice Must Flow here, we're better off using the guild bankers at High Council than we are to Dagger. Because the Dagger actually has a utility on reveal that guild bankers doesn't. Right now, we're first to reveal. If nobody does anything, we're going to get that Saiyadina, which reveals for 3 persuasion, or 5 if we have Kinds. That's almost a Spice Must Flow on its own. Or, if we have guild bankers, that is. Boy, she does love her hardy warriors. Okay, well, I don't know. Even if I go Highliner, I don't win the combat. So who freaking knows, man? Could recruitment mission get an SMF? I don't think that's worth here. It's kind of frustrating, though. Like, I committed so hard on this combat, I'm still going to lose it. But I think our long-term trajectory is pretty good still. Where's she getting all these troops, by the way? Because she fought to a standstill on the lap. Would you knock it off? Well, not impossible to take that back, but it's probably gone. It's pretty irritating. But nothing I can do about it, really. People just keep sniping me over and over again. I mean, I could get it back with pheromones, maybe. I don't have that, but could be something to think about for the future. We aren't able to mulligan an intrigue card here, so I don't see any reason to hold the Sisterhood. Just go ahead and pop this. So, Sayadina, Death Commando. I think that's it. I don't think we want the dissecting kit. We have a core set of cards. Guild Bankers, Kynes, Sayadina, Piter. That we really want to draw over and over again. And I don't think adding other cards that are good but not synergistic with that concept into our deck. Helena, you have the stupid Armada. Why do you keep tying people over and over? I don't understand what you're doing. Like, you know exactly how many. I don't know. I don't know what she's doing. This is the second time that she's gone out of her way to like tie somebody in a combat. It's much better to use your resources to win combats. Like, people that benefit from this disproportionately are Leto. Like, Leto's sitting over there on 7 troops because he's not deploying them in silly ways like this. And she doesn't have an alliance, so I know for a fact that she can't beat me here. Because she got the Allied Armada. Now we can lock in Guild or Emperor if he really wants to. Which he probably should do. Yeah, okay. Sucks to be me in that situation, I guess. So, I don't know. This is not good. We're losing an alliance we thought we had. We're losing a combat point we thought we had for essentially no benefit to Helena, right? Like, if she doesn't deploy her Dreadnought here, or she deploys like 2 fewer troops, she doesn't gain anything, lose anything. She's getting the same 1 spice and 1 water, but she just doesn't hurt me as bad. Why hurting me so badly is so important, I don't know, but not my place to judge, I suppose. Trash a card. I think the techs are not worthwhile at this point, so we are going to do the research first. Trash that. Advance. But I'm going to go up twice and Signet Ring out for the bonus that way. Because, like, we're not getting Interstellar again, right? So we'll Signet Ring to Research Station and get some value there. Yeah, I think that's the play. Next, and then at the Research Station we can go double Scarabs, take Solari. Or we can take Spice. Leaves us a bit short on Spice, but we've got a ton of water. It's not a problem that's insurmountable. Okay, or that happens. Okay, so yeah, we're in trouble. Helena has basically blocked us at every possible opportunity. guess I can Mentat, but Leto's going to take that. So I really don't know, man. This is kind of less than ideal. We don't even really want these texts. Oh, sorry, wrong button. I guess we take like spice into training drones. It's not great. Maybe it helps us with the future combats. I don't know. So presumably he's taking BG here. Otherwise, why would he do that? Or no, he's reinforcing Fremen, which makes some sense. But you haven't locked it, so then now Helena can do shenanigans to you potentially. But it does give you a second water, so I think it does make sense from his perspective. I guess maybe we want to go Great Flat, since if we go Great Flat, I don't think anyone else is going to get to 6. And we do have Guild Bankers and Diplomacy as Guild access cards. And that alliance is still in play, so... I don't know. He's got 2 water and he doesn't have anything else to do with it. Yeah, we probably need to do that. Spaceport. Spaceport probably gives us a spice must flow. I'd rather just have the troops, to be honest. Don't want to go for this. I think Guild makes the most sense here. And then we save the troop transports for the Contaminator, and we throw... Nope. Sorry, I called it troop transports. It's training drones. Oh, gosh, they have too many ages left, and everyone keeps going in over top of me. We'll put 1 in to establish a little bit of credibility. I don't think it's going to work out, though. Piter to Mentat, maybe. It's a good transaction. It gives us an intrigue card. We need to play Contaminator, though. The Scarab is essential. The faction bump is essential, so if one person, like, if one of the Fremen spaces gets taken, I don't think I can let that happen. Yeah. That does put us too far away to get a Spice Must Flow, though. But if we're playing Piter, we're not getting it anyway, so... Well, if we get Kinds, we do, but that's probably not happening. Okay. Spaceport's gone, so... Tremarchy and Film are like good techs. If we don't have access to... okay, Mentat's gone, though. So yeah, I mean, I think we need a Contaminator now at this point. Pick up Chani would be decent, puts us back to 2 water. If we win this combat, we get the troop back from the Battle of Arakeen if it comes up next round. That's kind of optimistic thinking, but that kind of thing does happen. So we'll do this. Chani is a 2 persuasion card that's a Fremen card, and it gives me something on play. So it's got enough going for it. We've got all our friendships now. We would like to get the alliance for the guild, but that's probably the most that we're getting out of factions. So at this point, we need to find other ways to gain points. Fremen is probably unstealable. Emperor is unstealable. BG is stealable, but it's probably not worth the effort. So, because she still has the In the Shadows. That hasn't been trashed yet. So that's all to say that I don't think Pheromones, I don't think Power Play, I don't think that those are useful cards at this point. Baron with 4 Intrigues probably beats me in the combat here, doesn't he? It looks like it. Why would you put your troop in if you weren't? Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. This is just, like, kind of frustrating. Maybe I should just stop participating in mid-game combats. Just, like, stop trying. Just only try to go for round 7, round 8 combats, maybe round 1 combat. Because I put in 1,000,000 troops and people still find a way to get over me, so... He's got 4 Intrigues. I guarantee you he's gonna... He wouldn't have put that troop in if he didn't have a way. Because the 2nd and 3rd place rewards for this combat suck. Shifting allegiances. Interesting. I don't think Gola is it either, by the way. I think we just need to reclaim horses to scarabs. That's not a... Oh, come on. Are you serious? Alright, well, we lost this game, I think. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe we can make a huge coup around sighting points or spiceless flows, but it's looking bad. Well, we've got a good deck, like I've mentioned. So, I mean, there's a route. I don't know. Holtzman could be good. Holtzman could be a point. Like, if we're gonna get the 2 SMFs, but it's just so late for Holtzman. I don't know. How long are we into the recording? 48 minutes. It's pretty normal. I feel like this guy was taking a long time to reveal, but really we're at pretty normal pace. So we can get another Scarab point. That takes us to 7. If we're optimistic that we can get the Guild Alliance, which I don't think we can, but if we're optimistic about the Guild Alliance, that takes us to 8. We need to make up the rest in Spice Must Flow points or combat points. Combat points, yeah, okay, we're not getting the Guild Alliance. Leto is making things difficult for us. I don't really know what to say here at this point. This card is so useless right now. And, like, I don't even know... Like, unless Snoopers shows up out of nowhere, we're not going to be able to use it. I don't know why, but, like, ever since I revealed, this has been going super slowly. So now she has an Allied Armada that she can use. Okay, oh shit, there it is. So we do need to be aware of that. What do I need 4 Solari for? Just useless. Just useless. Why did I put troops in Hardy Warriors? Wow, Baron didn't get to 2 on guild until round 7. That's crazy. Okay, so good news. We have guild bankers kinds. Bad news, we're going last. But we have the basic building blocks of a good round here. We're going to want to hit Research Station. Baron might beat us to it. Leto might beat us to it. We have double experimentations. Could be good, could be bad. We're 1 scarab away from a point. I don't know. The spend in this actually kind of helps us out a little bit, because it means that Solari actually does something. So, you know, but we have to win the combat first. And yeah, I mean, I'm the only one that's got access to Highliner right now. I can do it. I don't want to, but I can. But I need to go Research Station first, in my opinion. So, because, like, if we're playing 3 agents, we don't have a spice to flow with this hand anymore. Which is shocking, because I have a High Council seat, a Fremen card, a Kinds, and a Guild Bankers. But I guess, when you think about it, I only need 6, so the 9 is a little deceptive. What we want is 12. But if I have to reveal on 7, it's not the end of the world. I'd like to steal from Helena. An Allied Armada would be kind of nice. I won't say nice. It could be alright. There's a point for being second here. I don't know, man. Research here. We could... Oh, we're so close. We're 1 Solari short. We don't need 2 scarabs. What am I talking about? We just get a scarab from researching. Baron steals her card. So now we don't know who controls the Allied Armada. Which is a slight problem. Right now, it doesn't matter if Baron stole it. There's only a 25% chance he did, but he doesn't have any spice, so it won't be of any use to him. But he will probably come up with some spice before the round is over. I'm assuming that Leto at this point just wants to reinforce. Well, no, he should go on BG. It's still a point that he can earn. Who cares about reinforcing guild? But he'll probably do it anyway, because he's been fighting me on alliances all game. Intrigue mulligan, okay. Yeah. Like, bro, why not just take the... I don't get it. Like, I'm not even threatening to steal that. Spadakin Death Commando. Scarab for a point. Experimentations now draw cards. Do not want to trash a card. Because he actually gives the two persuasion even when he's in play. So if you didn't know that, yeah, we don't want to trash him. We didn't pick up any Fremen, which is not great. There's 3 more of these. We're out of water now. So Sayadina is really just a 3 persuasion card, which is fine. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't even know if we want a Highliner at this point. Like, we're not taking guild from Leto. We don't want to play the guild bankers. Although I guess if we do, we still have enough persuasion to get a Spice Mist Flow. Yeah, I guess we probably do want to play the Guild Bankers. Well, if we took Signet Ring to Tech Negotiation, we could buy a film, and then we could buy... at that point, we'd have 12 persuasion. We could buy 2 of them. That's cute, I guess. Actually, right now we can buy 2 of them because we have the recruitment mission. Not a great use of our time, but we can do it. Okay. Vex yourself from Baron. Gives me 1 extra Solari. I could use that extra Solari to... well, if I'm hitting Highliner, I'm getting to 10 Solari, and then I have 4 Solari that I can spend. So I could go Mentat. Nobody has the spice to actually Highliner yet. The problem is, again, I don't know if Helena's got that Allied Armada still, so I don't really want to tangle with her on this. Leto is now troop locked. He's actually kind of screwed himself in that way. He's got 11 troops and not a good way to deploy them. Now Baron's at 3 spice. The play almost would make me wonder if he had Allied Armada, if not for the fact that he owns the space, so it's economical for him to do that regardless. A lot to think about here. Mentat is good, I think, because if we Mentat... Like, what are we trying to draw into here? We're trying to draw into more Fremen or diplomacy so that we can play to Highliner without having to use our Guild Bankers. And over half the deck is that, right? Or Piter, who's an honorary Fremen card because he's 3. Okay, well, you know what? Just ignore me. I don't matter. Jeez Louise. Okay, so we lost Arakim, we lost Research Station, we lost Mentat. So what we have is what we get. We're gonna get a Spice Mist Flow. We can't... we can do it... I guess we're gonna do it this way. I don't love that, but... But I mean, if we put 5 troops in, are we even that far ahead of Helena is the problem. Like, 6 troops, it's 12. She's got an agent left, and she's got 3 intrigues. If she goes Haga Basin, then she's got her Allied Armada. Gosh. Let's do it. The water will let us play the experimentations, and we might draw well off of those. And if we fail, we still get a point, so it's fine. Because if we can pick up any one of these 4 cards, we get a second Spice Mist Flow. Now, I don't think Helena's going to let that happen. I think she's going to go to Haga Basin. But if she doesn't, we can play our experimentation. She goes Carthag. Okay. Makes sense. It's another troop. It's another card. You might actually get combat cards versus this crap. Now I'm thinking about it now, actually. We have 12. Not a useful number anymore. Haga Basin gets taken by Baron. Okay. So he's basically setting up for Highliner next round. So I've got all my Fremen in the next hand, and I've got no Kinds. Pretty annoying. We can buy a Dreadnought. I don't know what good that does us, really, but we can do it. Yeah, I don't know, man. We're losing the combat to Helena, too. Like, we don't have the... Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of sad. We could kind... I hate this. We could kinds to Hardy Warriors. It would cost us an SMF, and then Helena will beat us on intrigues anyway. But we could do it. I can't imagine that being a good idea. At this point, man, I think we just buy the Dread. Does it do anything? Probably not. But looks like the game's going another round, so we might as well. I'm starting to fall behind. Not that far behind. I mean, I'm sitting at 8 here. It's not awful. Probably 9 if I get second in the combat. But that means I need to come up with 2 more points. I don't have any sources of points up on the board, really. Unless something crazy happens on Guild, which I don't expect it to happen. So, yeah. I guess if I put Esmar on top... No, there's not a way for that to work. Spice must flow. Jesus. Oh, come on. I don't even get my point from this either. Ugh. Gross. I actually push Helena down. So unless she has a combat card, which she does, then I still get the point. Oh, no, she doesn't play it. I guess she can't use the outer much. She doesn't have spice. So Baron ends up being the one to win the combat. So Baron is, like, definitely at the winning chair right now, right? Well, probably. Contaminator side unit on top. So side unit has another 3 persuasion, so drawing cards is imperative. We have access to... Now game's over. So what do we do? I mean, the first thing we want to do is research station, I think. Let's draw 3. That gets us to the Sayadina, which... Well, but then we don't get the point from her. Ooh, if we can draw a Mentat first, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think we can win the combat is the problem. If we can win the combat, we've got a shot. So maybe we should be focused on that. Training drones is a little helpful here, but Leto has more troops than me by quite a bit. I don't have any combat cards, as has been quite clear throughout the game. So, Mentat is off the table. I think we need to research station here. We could Piter. We're drawing enough persuasion anyway that I think Piter makes sense. You know, that's our best chance of getting a combat card. Just kidding. Lol, I guess. I mean, Sleeper Must Awaken is not useless. It's a good card. We just don't have any water anymore, so we can't use it. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's pretty frustrating. Snooper still isn't showing up, so we can't use these intrigue cards. I can buy 1 Spice Must Flow. It takes me to 10. Suppose if I win the combat, then that would probably put me over the edge, but I don't have any reason to think that that's going to happen. What about Still Suits Hardy Warriors? It's just not good enough, I don't think. We've got a dagger in hand, but if we win the combat on 6 strength, then something is seriously wrong. That implies that he's got plans within plans, to be honest. At which point, if that's the case, the game's over anyway. There's no shot. Like, I don't have the manpower to muscle through Leto is the problem here. I mean, I can go up, down on Interstellar Ship and get 2 spice. That seems weakish, but it draws a card, so fine, I guess. It's not the card we needed. We need Kinds. We need Kinds. Kinds or Guildmakers. One of the 2 of those. We don't have enough... We don't have enough water to get the other spice we need. 1 water short. Play Experimentation to Imperial Basin. There's a 1 in 6 chance we draw Spice Must Flow, which is a last spice, I guess. I mean, you're really talking about Hail Marys at that point, but... maybe. Like, we can't spend the spice from the combat. He's won 3 combats so far, by the way. It turns out it pays off to have a treachery, or just to have an endless source of intrigue cards. Okay. Go down BG to go up on Guild. Okay. Interesting. Do you have the card for that? Or are you just kind of flexing for Solari? Maybe he's got War Chest? Or War Chest's cousins? I don't know. Okay, so Chani to Carthag, and it's a Hail Mary at that point. Sayadina to Selective. Try to draw into Kinds, and maybe? I mean, but then we don't have enough spice. I don't know. We could go to Secrets. Secrets is better than Carthag, I'm pretty sure. That's not going to do it. And that's not going to do it. We don't have any water. Ugh. Okay, well... yeah, I don't know, man. The intrigue cards let us down this game. I think that's the bottom line. What I wouldn't do for a Snoopers. I don't think I've needed a Snoopers harder than I do this game. I mean, really. Oh well. It's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Is Leto gonna win? He has Chimarki. I would think he does. Unless Baron has plans within plans. Or, I don't know what other relevant points he could have. You know, war chest or whatever. It's actually crazy how allergic we are to drawing any kind of useful combat cards. I don't think we haven't gotten one the entire game. Ooh. Not useful. Ooh, not useful. What does having 2 troops do for us? I don't think it does anything. We can't deploy them. It comes down to intrigue cards. The Chimarki for Leto probably is the deal breaker here, but we'll see. So that should put it to bed for Leto. Because even if Baron does have plans within plans, it's not going to be enough. He'll get to 12, Leto gets to 12, Leto wins on Chimarki. Now, if Baron has plans within plans in, like, War Chest, then okay, at that point, yeah. There's the Allied Armada. Doesn't do anything anymore, but that's why you don't take intrigue cards on round 1 when there's a hundro. But anyway, we lose. Good game to Leto, I would assume. Double harvest cells, okay. Alright. CTM. Leto wins. Well played, Mr. Atreides. Well played.